What I'm about to say is going to be a pretty hot take. I think maybe there are a bit too many AI startups in the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm as guilty as the next developer of putting AI slop out there, stamping it with a seal of approval and saying this is my new startup. And in fact, that's what I was in the middle of doing when I went to Product Hunt to get an idea of what kind of products were out in the market, because I want to launch on Product Hunt within the next week. MGX, Meta GPT-X, is a multi-agent AI platform based on real software SOPs. Chat with the AI team leader, product manager, architect, engineer, and data analyst 24/7 to create websites, blogs, shops, analytics, games, or anything else you can imagine. First of all, I think we can all agree that we do not need any more AI coding tools. I think the market is completely saturated on those. And yes, they all look just like this. It's just a website that looks pretty nice with a big chat box in the middle. Also, it's kind of weird. It just keeps saying, ask Alex to do slides, ask Alex to preview files. And I hovered over this thing and I'm guessing this is Alex. Alex is the engineer. From the Product Hunt page, I thought we would be able to talk to everyone, but okay. Alex, can you please rebuild Airbnb, but make it for dog hotels? This got first place in the product of the week on Product Hunt, so I'm expecting some pretty big things from this. All right, while we wait for Alex to go ahead and build our app, let's look into some of the other products we found. Next up, we have Dropstone, and I have to say, this is like quite a beautiful landing page. It's the world's first AI that learns, remembers, and evolves. Now, this is going to be a pretty big pattern. Everyone on Product Hunt loves saying that their AI is the first and then some really like specific thing. I think in this case though, an AI that learns, remembers, and evolves is sort of like the entire purpose of AI. So it'd be really weird if this VS Code clone was the first one to ever do that. And if you look at it, it looks pretty much exactly like Cursor. Now, this is where things get really weird because it says trusted by engineering teams at all of these really big companies. 100x better code understanding. Our semantic search and AST parsing technology delivers deep code comprehension that outperforms existing tools by 100x, giving you insights other solutions simply miss. Like, where are these claims coming from? I would love if like they mentioned that it outperforms existing tools. Which tools does it outperform? How does it outperform them? Where is any of this data coming from? Also, it learns your coding style, preferences, and behaviors through 4 advanced memory systems. The more you use it, the less prompting you'll need. It's the first breakthrough in AI coding that actually gets smarter about how you work. Now remember, any platform that is using an LLM to power it under the hood has to inherently be like at its very best, something that is better at prompt engineering than the next tool. Because when you call like Claude Sonnet or GPT or whatever you're using to power your coding VS Code under the hood, it is just passing in a prompt and getting an answer back. Everything they do has to fit within the realm of just adding more text or better text than any other system. And also, if you're talking about learning your company's coding style, first of all, I don't know if that's a good thing. I've worked at a lot of companies. I'll be honest, a lot of the repositories in there did not follow best practices by any means. There's a reason that tech debt is a term. And if you've been coding with like Claude 4.5 Opus, for example, I feel like the code it generates, if you actually watch it and supervise it to make sure it does things properly, it's probably better than 95% of code bases out there. So I'm not sure who was using like vibe coding tools and they're like, I really need this to like learn our style, the human intern style of coding, and make its code match that instead. I was using Claude CLI and got tired of typing commands all day. This desktop app makes everything faster and the UI actually makes sense. This is from a staff engineer at Stripe. I don't know what commands they were typing into Cursor all day that the learning curve was too much, but it's almost as simple as like a CLI to do things could be. Not to mention, if you just wanted to do natural language, all you really needed is Cursor in the first place. They even have some people here that have reviewed Cursor, like this guy from Versal that said Cursor kept hitting context limits on big refactors, which again is a limit of models themselves, not specifically Cursor, and I have not seen Cursor hit a context limit in a very long time ever since models have gotten upgraded. A lot of these reviews actually don't even make sense in the first place. We have another world first with AI, AHA, the world's first AI influencer marketing team. Now it looks like what they do is they allow your company to create a campaign and it automatically matches your brand with influencers from a network of 5 million people and handles outreach automatically. Now look, as a content creator, I get so many emails on a daily basis messages from shitty AI agentic platforms that promises brands they'll get their brand in front of the best influencers. And in reality, the emails I get are like these fucking 5-paragraph, we're representing AI company number 857, that promises to make all your followers' lives 100 times easier. And these are the platforms that propagate it. Just because something is done automatically and done with AI, you can fake personalizations, does not mean it is going to be good. Every single brand deal I have done with a company comes from a real human that decided to email me with something you can actually tell was personalized. It is so blatantly obvious when somebody sends you an AI written message, all follow the same format. I've been getting these emails for so long that it is very hard for me to think that this is the world's first AI influencer marketing team. The characters are really cute and the product is really powerful. I'm excited to see where AHA goes from here. And I guess this is some kind of like product hunt optimization strategy where if someone leaves a comment, you just like reply with all your employees to get as many comments, which I guess boosts engagement and then gets you more traction. Maybe I'm just really salty because I'm gonna have to post on Product Hunt soon and I really don't want to do all these things. I just want to make a useful, genuinely cool product and have people actually give me feedback about it without having to play these like marketing games in order to get it to the top. I guess that's sort of what you have to do when you're a founder. Like, just look at some of these comments. Fire emoji. This is next level, Blake. AHA sounds like a game changer for influencer market. Like, this is clearly AI written. Half of the responses look AI written as well. Thank you for your comment, emoji. Appreciate the love, emoji. Thanks for the awesome feedback, emoji. EM dashes everywhere. I feel like the Product Hunt badge is such a sought after thing on these startups' websites that they're willing to do things like have automatic responses from like 5 employees to boost engagement, or even pay people to leave those comments so that they can respond to them with 5 different employee accounts. And I'm not saying that these guys paid for bots or anything. I'm not making any accusations, but I feel like it's so much more popular than you would expect. It almost feels like Product Hunt is now this like entrepreneurial dead internet theory graveyard. Fake seeming people making vibe coded products to show to other fake people to respond with fake comments to get a falsely earned badge on their landing page, get real people to give you money. YouWare, the world's first vibe coding community. YouWare is a buzzing vibe code community packed with AI powered tools. Join 100K plus creators and 300K projects to get inspired and snag feedback. I can't express how much YouWare has transformed my daily life, star emoji. From the moment I engaged with it, I felt supported and understood. It's like having a wise friend by my side guiding me through the ups and downs. What in the fuck is this comment? It's nothing short of magical. It's not just about productivity, it's about fostering self-discovery and growth. I'm finally learning to prioritize my well-being and I owe it all to this incredible platform. It's like they don't even try to hide it anymore. I hope when I launch my product on Product Hunt next week, one of you guys goes into that comment section and tells me how much it changed your life. Anything short of it being magical or fostering your self-discovery and growth to the point where it made you a new person, you have been reborn anew, will be very disappointing because clearly that is the bar to get a product of the week on Product Hunt nowadays. What boggles my mind is that these comments are so obviously fake. Yet it seems like, I guess maybe because Product Hunt's traffic has been going down, they don't want to take any action towards it, because if they did, it would mean that they would be left with no one on the platform, because if everyone now is just bots and you got rid of all of them, who's there to talk about how life-changing the world's first vibe coding community is? The first AI designed for therapy. We all need some help with our mental health. I used Dash and was blown away by how helpful it was at 2 a.m. Isn't this the product description made by the creator of this? How are they blown away by using it at 2 a.m. when they're the ones that created it? It remembered our conversations, even challenged me, providing valuable insights. Isn't it crazy how AI can make us feel more human? I don't understand how any of this is different than just talking to ChatGPT. Oh great, Product Hunt has a summarized with AI feature, so I can get an AI written summary of the AI written summary, which is somehow longer than the original AI written summary. Oh, here's what makes them different. They're trained on therapy, not just the internet. Ash is built on our foundation model for psychology, which was trained on clinically relevant data. Are they saying they trained an entire foundation model, or they just fine-tuned an open source model on like psychology data? I guess we'll never know. I've been using Ash for 4 weeks and it's been transformational. I spent my entire life building great products. I know one when I see it. First of all, I genuinely believe the world needs us, especially now in times of chaos, war, and uncertainty. It pushes and challenges me, unlike ChatGPT. Ash is training its own foundation model, grounded in clinical data and real therapy transcripts. It gives genuinely insightful summaries after each session. It remembers what we talked about a week ago and brings it up when it matters. Congrats to the team. P.S. It's free right now, but I'd happily pay $50 a month for this. Does this not seem like the most planted, the most rigged comment you have ever seen in your life? I don't even think this was AI written. I think the person actually wrote this. Sort of wish I could go back in time to like 3 days ago when I wasn't doing all this research on Product Hunt, so I could like live in my bubble of not realizing that AI has just completely dominated every single area of our life. And look, I've built AI products before. I'm not trying to put these founders down or saying that their products aren't worth it. I'm building an AI startup right now. I'm going to be making one of these posts in a week. But I feel like just maybe there should be a line, like when all the comments on the top product of the week are AI generated and all the responses to those comments are employees of the company writing other AI generated responses back to it. Maybe that's something that we can prevent. All right, so it's been a while. I went back to MGX and it looks like all it did, I should have like checked in on it, I guess, but all it did towards our dog B&B idea since I've been gone is create a to-do list and then like it's making me approve the to-do list. Oh my God, Alex is so slow, dude. I thought it said we get an entire team of employees, but all we get is Alex, the engineer, who's doing everything. Oh my God, look, it's like the first negative review I think I've seen on all of Product Hunt. My experience with MGX.dev has been nothing short of disastrous. Platform is riddled with defects that not only prevented me from accomplishing my goals, but also destroying the progress I had already made. System wasted my time, money, and energy, and instead of delivering value, it completely ruined my project. To make matters worse, the support team was unhelpful, responsive, and dismissive. At no point did I feel like my concerns were taken seriously. I regret trusting this service, and I would strongly advise others to avoid it at all costs. Holy shit, that is a scalding review. Luckily, we get to balance it out with a positive review. As a baby penguin in the AI coding world, seriously, day 2 of my journey, I was ready to drown in confusing tools until I found this hidden gem. Here's why MGX Dad made me do a happy dance. Clarity Fairy turned my messy ideas into real web page without making me feel dumb. And of course, what would a great review like that be without a response from the team? Your baby penguin journey just made our day. Thank you so much for a delightful and creative review. We're absolutely thrilled that MGS could turn your coding adventure into something fun and approachable. All right, this thing is still going. I'll be honest, my baby penguin journey is not going very well right now. One thing I am curious about is how all these ideas came to be. Like, who was the product manager sitting there that was like, damn, I need to quit my job and start a startup, and I'm going to make the 85th vibe coding platform. The difference between our platform and all the other ones on the market is that ours is going to be 100 times better. All right, so it looks like pause state is finally done, and yeah, this is about the quality you're getting. I don't know what in the world happened to this like date checker thing, especially because I know Shatsian has proper date pickers. And yeah, so it pretty much just looks like every other AI generated thing you've ever seen in your life, except way more buggy. Like, what is going on here? So yeah, a product like this and around 20 AI generated comments is all it really takes nowadays to get on the top of Product Hunt. So I guess that's good to know. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. Join our Discord if you want to talk philosophy about AI and what it's doing to the world. And I will see you guys in the next video.